Why is everybody a pedophile now? Everybody's a fucking pedo. I'm making this because someone who I watched for years, like 6 fucking years, if not longer actually, someone who I looked up to. I'm not gonna lie. I looked up to him. Or in a way, I guess. I was like, I wanted to be like him. And that is Cody Ko. Cody Ko got outed doing some shit with a 17-year-old, and there's also another 17-year-old apparently. And apparently, it went farther back than when she was 17, when he was 25, for the record. So it just kind of pisses me off. It's like, why do you gotta fuck with 17-year-olds? All right. I don't know. It just sucks for me most of all because now I can't watch Cody Ko on my lunch break. No. It's a terrible situation. And he still hasn't said shit. He still hasn't said anything about it. I mean, this year alone, you have so many people getting the friend of Mr. Beast that was also outed as a pedophile. Mr. Dr. Disrespect was outed as a pedophile. Could have seen that one coming, is all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. All right. That's all I'm saying, brother.
I'm joking.
A lot of people, I think somebody else too. There's a lot. And the thing is, why? Why is that the most common thing for people to get outed as? Like being a pedophile? Why is everybody a pedophile? Or a rapist or a fucking abuser? Feels like anybody who gets famous, more often than not, they're a fucking terrible person under the surface. And it's literally just a matter of time before they get caught doing some heinous shit. It makes me think, like, is that just inevitable? If you get to a certain level of fame, are you inevitably going to just be corrupted, you know, in a way? Like, every day you have to fight off the urge to be a terrible person, and only a couple people do it, or only a couple people don't get caught, you know? And that's the thing that fucks me up with Cody Ko, is that he genuinely seemed like such a down-to-earth, cool fucking guy that, like, respected women, respected all this shit, you know? Like, he called people out for doing weird shit. He seemed like just a normal fucking guy who tries to be a good person. And it's like, that guy fucks kids, and it's like, but it's made me think, you know, about that. And Cody fucks with me too, because I had this, like, theory. A lot of Minecraft gamer YouTube channels get outed as being pedophiles. It's just funny. It's not funny, but it's weird how it's like, why like what's the correlation with, like, gaming and being a pedophile? And I think, and forgive, you know, this is gonna come off probably pretty rude. For a lot of my time in high school, right, I was kind of a loser. And I think I still am kind of a loser. But I think I own it more now. Like, whatever. Yeah, I'm awkward, whatever the fuck. That's just who I am. You know, sue me, bitch. I would put myself in that group. Like the in-betweeners. I don't think I was, like, the biggest loser. People knew I was. I was just, like, I didn't talk to girls. I had my own little tight friend group, and that was it. I also was kind of ugly. When you're kind of anxious and you don't talk to girls and you just kind of stay in your corner, you don't get attention from girls a lot. You don't dress yourself up nice. You don't, I was, like, overweight. I was chubby. I looked like a fucking, just like a little sack of shit. And I think a lot of Minecraft YouTubers and a lot of these gamer YouTubers, especially back then, they were kind of in that same group where they're kind of a loser. In, like, the stereotypical sense. Not saying you're a loser if you don't, fuck everybody. Also, side note, not peaking in high school is not a bad thing, alright? If anything, it's a good thing. If you're a loser in high school, that's great, honestly, because that means you can only go up, is what I'm saying. If you hit rock bottom immediately, that's great. But I think a lot of these Minecraft YouTubers, I'm saying Minecraft, whatever, I love Minecraft. It's like these guys who just fuck around with their friends. They don't get a lot of attention from girls. They don't get a lot of attention from, much of anybody. And then they start blowing up on YouTube for playing Minecraft. And then they start getting a following. And a lot of the times, it's like young girls, young teenage girls who are, like, idolizing this guy. Kind of like a boy band. But it's not a boy band. It's just some guy in his bedroom. And then they grow up, and they're, like, 19. And then they start getting DMs on Discord from all these girls. And they didn't get attention. So I feel like it's like they don't really know how to talk to girls. And they're like, it's just all those little things. You don't get any practice at that. And then all of these girls are giving you so much attention. It's obviously also not, like, condoning it. It's fucking awful. It's evil shit. But I'm just curious, like why would you do that? What goes, just the decision making of, like, let me fuck a 15 girl. It just seems so, like, what the fuck are you doing? And I'm sure the risk, oh my god, if I get caught, I'm sure that adds into it. and like it's just some weird. I mean, it's weird shit regardless, obviously, but you know, usually they don't have an experience. They're just kind of doing shit. It's not an excuse. I'm just saying it makes sense to me. You never got attention. Now you're getting attention. Yeah, sure, it's from a teenager that's younger than you, a little bit way too younger than you, but you know, whatever. I'm still getting attention. Whatever. Like that makes sense to me. What fucks me with the Cody Ko is he was like a frat guy, or he was in a frat, I guess. And I'm like, do you not have sex often? Like, maybe that's weird to say, but like, because actually, this is one reason I really know it, because when I was a senior in high school, this was like the start of the year. I know I was 17, and some guy came up and was like, hey, do you want this girl's number? She wants to give it to you. I'm like, okay, you know? And I didn't immediately clock that as like, oh, that's what fucking, like, babies do. Can you go tell, Carissa that I like her, please? And then we start talking. I'm like, somehow we get on like, how old are you? And she was like, I'm 15, I'm a freshman or whatever. I'm like, oh. And then I stop and I'm like, no, I don't want to talk to you anymore. It wouldn't even been that weird because it was 17 and 15. It wasn't that big of a gap. But I felt weird. Like my first year in college, you know, or like when I was ending my first year at college, I think something came out with some YouTuber. And I was like, with a 17-year-old? What the fuck? And even then, I remember thinking like, that would be so fucking weird. Even like a year of being in college, it changed a lot of like how I thought, and it's like, damn. And I say this to say, it's a choice. It's a choice that these people make. And I think sometimes you can make a wrong choice, obviously, and regret that immediately, I guess. But I don't know, man. It depresses me when I see someone like Cody Ko, someone who I liked and I thought was like a genuinely good person, turn out to be that type of guy. And it's like, what the fuck? Why is it so common? And it's like, are we making the wrong people famous? Or is that just what comes with fame? You know, constant, you can do basically anything you want. And a lot of people, you know, have fucked up things they want to do. Is everybody like that? Is everybody just holding these fucked up things in their head and they're just, you know, if they get famous, like, I'd be curious if every person on the planet got famous. How many people would start being like a pedophile? Would it be a lot? Or is it just like, are we really just really bad at picking famous people? That would be funny if it's just like, damn, we really got unlucky. Also with the, it's weird because I don't want to be an asshole. I don't want to misgender and all that shit because there's a lot of people who are like very intentionally doing it because they like doing it, because it like makes them feel better to like shit on trans people. Who gives a fuck about trans people? Like, who gives a fuck? Truly. I'm so sick of people talking about trans people. Like, shut the fuck up. Who cares? They're just doing something. They're not even doing anything that crazy. That's like one of the main talking points in politics is fucking trans people. As if it matters in any fucking way. I don't know. This is such a weird fucking video I'm making, but I don't know if I'll post this. But I just wanted to talk about it. Like, I feel like this is something that a lot of people would relate to. Like, this idea of like, why the fuck is everybody so weird now? Why is it that fame just makes people want to fuck kids? It's so, like, I can't even fathom it. But what I was saying with Chris, it sucks because I don't want to be rude, but at the same time, you're a pedophile. So, fuck you. It's kind of like the Ezra Miller shit, where it's like, Ezra Miller had just kidnapped a child and holding them hostage. And it's like, actually, Ezra Miller uses they, them, and it's like, alright, bro. I think pronouns, names, anything like that, it's a sign of respect. And I think you should have respect for other people just on the fact that they're people, you know, and they deserve respect based off that. And you can lose respect. It's a sign of respect to call you by what you want to be called in any context, not just trans, but like, say like I wanted to be called Dan, you know? I don't want to be called Aiden, I want to be called Dan. And that's personal to me. For some reason, I don't want to be called Aiden anymore. It's a sign of respect to call me Dan. It's like, if you're my friend, you would just call me what I want to be called because you're my friend. But if I turn out to be, you know, a fucking cannibal or some shit, you're like, okay, I don't think I need to call you by your preferred name because it's like, but I also think people, you know, a lot of people who are just like, I get to say whatever I want now. And it sucks specifically because it's like, fuck you. You just made that whole community seem way worse off. All these people that hate trans people, you gave them so much ammunition just to be like, boom. See? You know, especially someone who was literally defended for being trans. And now Mr. Beast is getting some shit. He's not a pedophile, I'm assuming. I hope not. I don't know. Mr. Beast is definitely an example of, like, how good can you be with that amount of money? Like, how can you get, like, upwards of being a billionaire? How do you get that without being a bad person? Is it possible? It depends on what you think a bad person is. But, like, LeBron seems like a really great person. He's got a fucking $1 billion or a $1 billion net worth. I hope it's not inherent. I think this is what it takes, though. Public shaming. For weird shit. I just don't understand, like, how you see this and be like, I'm gonna do that. Even if the morality didn't stop you from being like, I'm gonna text this 15-year-old. Just, like, seeing all this shit happen. Because it's not like people didn't start getting caught this year. They've been, people have been getting caught with doing shit like this forever. It's a lot harder to hide shit like that now because, for better or worse, everything is kind of out there way more. I don't know, man. It's just fucked up. People are fucked up. I'm just curious if other people are just kind of as confused as I am. Why is this so common? Is it a thing of the human race? Are we all just fucked? Are we all just corruptible? Or is it these specific people that we chose to make famous? I hope it's that one. I hope we just, fucked up. You really don't know. You really don't know people. I also think anybody shitting on the friends of pedophiles, or like instantly assuming that someone's friend is a pedophile, is a really dangerous thing to do, and I think it's stupid. Let's do a thought experiment right here. Let's say you are a pedophile. Yep, you are a pedophile. And we're friends. Okay, we're having a friendly conversation. Hey, man. What's up? Nothing much. You want to play Fortnite? Sure. That's the extent. That's how all my conversations go. Like, you wouldn't tell your friend that you're a pedophile. And maybe it's like you have to read between the lines, but it's like school shooter shit. Where in retrospect you could be like, okay, yeah, that makes sense. But like, oh, the fact that this guy was really into guns. Okay, that makes sense that he would be a school shooter if he's really into guns. But then it's also like, just because you're into guns doesn't mean you're a school shooter. That's a really bad thing to associate. Like, inherently, if you like guns, you are a school shooter. Fucking of course not. Well, like pedophile jokes, they're fucking funny sometimes, all right? Not always. Sometimes they're just weird. But like, they are funny sometimes. But you don't know when people are making jokes where it's like, they're joking it because they're trying to, like, soft launch. Like, is everybody cool with it? What do y'all think about pedophiles? Like, I've said pedophiles so many fucking times. I don't know if this would immediately get flagged for that. I don't know if that's a word that would get flagged. I don't know what the fuck I would even name this video. Maybe pedo. Can you say pedo? Pedo bear. Remember pedo bear? It's coming for you right now. Look behind you. Right there. I've rambled on for 20 minutes. I hope I said something. Oh, wait. We were doing the friendship thing, right? Yeah, sorry. Back to that. Okay, so you're my friend. You're a pedophile. You would not tell me shit. Especially because with the Cody Co situation, and that's the main thing I'm talking about here because it's the one that's, like, really fuck with me the most. Most of the time, it's like, that sucks. Like, ugh, ew, gross, fuck that guy. Like, Dr. Disrespect. I didn't fucking like that guy to begin with, alright? I didn't fucking like him ever. So, him coming out as a pedophile, I don't like that he's I'm not happy that that happened because someone got, but it does feel good to be able to hate on that motherfucker with a really good reason. It feels good. Like, Noelle and Cody, friend, and I'm assuming friend, maybe, we don't know their true friendship, whatever, but like assuming that the friend not only knows all your dirty secrets and all your skeletons, but is enabling you to do stuff and may even do the same shit is just such an insane thing to assume. To assume Noelle knew about this the whole time and was just keeping it under wraps with Cody. I just think that's unfair. It's like, okay, fuck, bro. Like, but it's also a weird spot. Even if he did know, like, what do you do? I mean, you can't keep doing it with him, right? But it's like, do you make like a big thing about it, or do you leave the show? You wouldn't want to leave the show that you built, or do you say, Cody, like, I don't know, that's fucking weird now that I think about it. But I don't think we should assume anything. But yeah, that's my opinion on pedophiles. I don't know about y'all, but I don't like them. I truly don't know if this is anything. Remember to drop a fat like if you hate pedophiles. And if you love pedophiles, go ahead and kill yourself. Alright, I'll see y'all.